Oh, he's a good boy. You're a good boy. We're out with Stilts today. He's my little Staffy. I never had lots of dogs, and I've never ever had to put lots of effort into training them because they've all been pretty placid and they've all had their problems. But hey, yeah. So put him in a sit there, sit stay, wait. I don't usually give him an extra command there. He's trained to stay in the same position that we put him in until we break it. Our command for break is free. Hold your good boy. Ah, good boy. Yeah, so this is quite a high distraction environment, although there's not many other distractions here today. There's a lot of smells. There's a few birds over there. But Stilton is, you might see some people would be shuddering to see he's e-collar trained as well, which means that it acts like leash pressure or lead pressure, but at a distance. So I'll put him in a e-collar sit. I'll give it a little dab that puts his bum on the ground. It's like a little tiny little tap on the neck there. I'll leave him there. As you can see, like I say, he is he's command trained, but he hasn't got an auto. He doesn't need a follow-up command as well to stay in position, although he does know the stay command. I'll show it here actually. So I'll call him over, then I'll stop him halfway. Free, wait, and then he'll just stay in position. A little bit slow getting the brakes on there. Free, good boy. Oh, good boy. He's a good boy. He's got lots of commands in his arsenal, like here. I won't e-collar him here, but I'll say middle. Good boy. Free, good boy. Hey, good boy. So the advantage for me and why I was sold on the idea of an e-collar is when he's off doing his own thing, if I need to bring him back, I can just give him a little touch, dunk, 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 and if it's higher distraction, then I might turn the little impulse on his neck up a little bit just to get through the noise. But it'll just peel him away from what he's doing. Like here might be, I know he stays pretty close anyway. Oh, here goes, look, he's going investigating something. So I know, didn't get a chance to do it either. He comes back, so he generally does like checking in. He's a good dog. Now if there was other distractions up here, like if there was another dog, he might look at it. He's not one of these dogs that goes flying off to see other dogs. He's quite cautious of other dogs actually, and to the point where if they get into his space and he hasn't done the slow motion introduction, he might go to air snapping and sounding pretty upset about it. But he's pretty good. I can call him in and he won't take any notice of him. If he's playing ball, he'll focus in on the ball. That's that's one of his high value kind of things, including fusses and treats and stuff. He's pretty good to train with all three of those things. But yeah, let's just bring him back. Give him a little impulse, he comes back. Oh, you're a good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. So you don't have to call him. I'll just give him a little tap, tap, tap with the e-collar. I'm using a DogTraining here. I don't know what it is, 280 I think it is. It's a bit like the Tom Davis one, but it's not that particular model. But I don't think there's much difference between this one and that one, other than the dial up button. You can set a dial up button on that, whereas this I have to physically dial up. If there's high distraction, you know, if he was running off chasing something, which it's not really in him to do that, but if he did, I feel confident I've got the control to dial up to a little bit. You know, he's got a working level that he can feel like a little bit of lead pressure on his neck, and he knows that's me saying come back here. But if there was a high distraction like now he's going off, I'll give him a little pulse, bring him back. Oh, you're a good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. And that's good. But if there was a another dog he'd gone flying over to see, or if he was going to chase a bird and he was looking like he was going to run across a busy road or something, I could just dial up. I don't know if you can see it, this one here is where you set it. At the moment, with the distraction in the environment that we've got, it's fairly low, it's 8. You wouldn't feel that on your skin, but it feels just like a little tap on his neck. But yeah, if there was a dog or something, he was in imminent danger, I'd dial it up, maybe I'd get a 20 or a 30. And it might be not very pleasant for him for a couple of seconds until it broke his thought pattern and turned him to, oh, quick, go back to what I was doing. He'd turn around and come back, and that's obviously a lot less negative to him than getting run over by a truck or something like that, but or bitten by another dog, or biting another dog and then getting put down. You know, obviously getting put down is worse than a little poke on the neck just to say, wait, what are you up to, come back here. But yeah, that's just a little intro to Stilton the Staffy, who's the reason why I've got into knowing a lot more about dog training than just your average novice. I've had, like I say, I've had lots of dogs, and I've never had to, I mean, actually I've been an irresponsible owner, because I've still got a 16-year-old Jack Whippet, banger, and he's never really been trained. He had, you know, sit, paw and all that sort of stuff, but actually out and about, he was useless, and he's really scent orientated, like Stilton's doing there. That'd be banger the whole time, just nose down, run off, do his own thing, and he would run up on other dogs only with friendly intentions, but he'd always run up to other dogs, wanted to say hello, and people, dogs, everyone, he just wanted to say hi to. He's a really, really well-mannered dog, but it did take him getting bitten on the head by a ridgeback to stop him running straight up to them. He'd still run over, but he'd then do like a big loop around the other dog, and until he realised that the other dog's intentions were good, and then he'd say hi. But realistically, that's irresponsible dog ownership, because if you have got a reactive dog, which that ridgeback was, it means that my inability to control my dog caused a situation that didn't have to happen, and the other guy's dog bit my dog. I didn't have a go at the guy, I didn't have a go at the dog, it was my fault. And it did teach Banger a valuable lesson, but let's pull him in again. So let's hold down, we're on an 8, hold down, continuous stim. He's got quite a bit of distraction there, so, and he's having a wee. He might even come back now of his own accord, but let's put him on a 10. He'll probably flinch a little bit to this. There we go. Oh no, he's not. All right, let's try 13. Hide this. Oh, you good boy. He's a good boy. Okay, that's a good little working example. I don't know if I caught much of that on camera because I was actually watching the dog at the same time, but you're a good boy. Oh, yes, you are. Yeah, so yeah, hit it like that was a good example of where you might have to just dial up a little bit, because you're giving him a little poke to say come here, and because of all the scents and smells and everything else, he's distracted, and the sensation that he could feel before on his neck, he now can't feel it because there's high level of distraction. So you just dial it up a little bit, not to punitive levels, but to a level where he can, a working level that he can now feel again. Yeah, so let's give him I'll show you what he's like. We'll do our own thing here, just walking along. He's pretty cool, he checks in quite a lot. I'll just give him one little poke to give him a command. Sit. There he goes, put his bum down now. Free, good boy, good boy. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, so he's very responsive. He's the, out of all the dogs I've had, he's the smartest at picking stuff up, and he's really switched on for like the obedience stuff. He loves to work. He's got a range of different things that he can do while we're working him. But yeah, so that's Stilts. Just doing a little bit. We're going to make some more videos. I just wanted to do a little intro. What else can we show you doing? All right, I'll tell you what. Stilts, sit. Good boy. Like I say, I don't have to tell him to wait, because he's got it pretty good anyway. As far as holding position, he's well practiced. We've done a lot of stuff. Like what you do is you work indoors first in a low distraction environment, get them used to just staying in their place come into call and stuff like that, and then you just move up to a slightly more distracting environment, but not massively, and then just work that for a bit, and then you just slowly increase the levels. That'll do for the minute. That's like, we're at, I don't know, 34. So he broke it himself there, but it's because I'm talking. I've not done this before where I'm gabbling away as well whilst he sat there, so I think that's what he decided to, why he decided to go on his own there. But he's still at 35 metres there, so I'll bring him in now. Come! So he might overshoot me here, but he's actually trained to come and sit straight down in front. That's good. Good boy, Every. Good boy. Good boy. And yeah, so it's quite handy to be able to sit him, keep him in a set position, like a sit stay or a down stay. And it's also good to be able to call them, recall them, or send them away. So if they're trained to use a place, then you can superimpose the place on other places. So I might pick that bench over there and make that his place, drill him on it a few times, and then if I'm out here I could tell him go place and he'll go back to that place over there. And that's quite good. And to be able to stop them going away as they're going, stop them in their tracks, and when they're coming to call and you stop them in their tracks. It's just good to have that kind of control, because you never know when danger might present and you have to stop them for whatever reason, and you'll be able to stop them if you've drilled it. So yeah, that's it for this video, first of many. Hopefully you enjoy. Let me know. From me and Stilts, see you in a bit.